What up, people? Coach V, New Breed Boxing. What's the difference between a boxer and a fighter? I see a lot of people using the two words interchangeably like they're the same thing, but they're definitely not. But there are some parallels. Let me explain. So I'd compare a boxer to, say, a Belgian Shepherd and a fighter to a wolf, or a boxer to a special forces operator and a fighter to a terrorist. One's a little bit more predictable, organized. The other one's a little bit less predictable, a little bit more wild, relying on survival, basically. But sometimes they can be effective. And I will tell you, statistically speaking, the more well-trained boxers are gonna have an advantage. I'd say about 80 times out of 100. If they're equally matched physically, the boxer's gonna have the advantage because they're going off of their ring IQ, their experience, their preset tactics and strategies. Very organized, very methodical, very, calm and emotionless, as to where the fighters are more emotional, they're less structured, and they're less predictable. But there's a caveat. So when you're a less talented boxer and you're in there with somebody who's got a higher ring IQ than you, it's like yin and yang. You gotta fight the boxer and box the fighter. So you're gonna have to turn it into a different kind of fight. It's like playing chess with a master chess player, you're not gonna win. Now you gotta flip the table over and play a different game. And that's what happens when a fighter's getting outboxed, or when an individual is getting outboxed, they gotta transition to a fighter. This is just an age-old method of, adaptation in the ring. So if you're, the fighter now, because that's just basically gonna be a position you're gonna have to hold. It's not something you choose. The guy that's got more skill is the boxer, that's it. So you got to make it ugly. You got to step on his toe, hit him on the hip, use your aggression, be a little unconventional. And I'm not saying to be a dirty fighter, but I'm just saying within the confines of the rules of boxing, you got to do whatever you could do to level the playing field. If that means getting a little bit dirty, but again, staying within the confines of the rules, it's okay. It's all good. All's fair in love and war, right? But if you're the boxer, or if you have the superior boxing skills, I should say, you're going to be the boxer. So you're going to want to impose your skill, then your will. Break them down methodically, using your elusive footwork, using the jab, make them run into stuff all the time. Don't fight them. That's their fight. You're making it easier on them. When you're in there with somebody with less skill than you, make them come to you and just capitalize on all their mistakes, because you can see their mistakes. They don't, half the time they have no clue what they're doing wrong. And they just, are hoping that you might get tired, or some extenuating circumstances might come into play to give them an advantage and put them back in the fight. But if that doesn't happen, they're just going to systematically get broken down and lose. So anyway, hope that puts some clarity out there for you people that use the two words interchangeably, because boxing takes a lot of years to learn. Anybody can be a fighter. I hate to say it. I mean, you can walk out the store and get into a scrap at the grocery store, you know what I mean, or the gas station, and now you're a fighter, as long as you don't back down. But if you're a boxer, that means you spent years studying the fundamentals, the craft, and you're proficient in your trade. So anyway, hope you found this informative. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Go check me out on Instagram at coach.v_. So the next time, we out of here. Ow.